is an initiative that we try to make communities more dementia friendly, and I'll let her explain it to you a little bit more. Christine?
Thank you, Debbie. I'm Christine with Freedom Home Care, as she mentioned, and I'm also a member of Team Freedom. I've got my colors on under my volunteer shirt for the walk. And I would like to tell you a little bit about this committee that I've been on. Act on Alzheimer's has been in Mankato now for about a year, and we're joined the crew, or kind of a team of statewide communities. There's 34 of us that are really taking that initiative to make communities more dementia friendly. And the nice thing about this Act on Alzheimer's committee, I think, is that for each community is a completely unique thing based on the needs that we've determined. So some of the priorities that were set by our local committee here in Mankato, North Mankato, are as follows. The first one is that we really identified that we needed to raise awareness in the community about Alzheimer's through education. So partnering with the Alzheimer's Association, we were able to have 4 classes this summer at Old Main Village that were really well attended on varying topics. So we talked a little bit about communication, about behavior, partnering with doctors, etc. We also have been trained, there's about 15 people through the committee that have been trained educators through the Alzheimer's Association. So now we're available to be doing community presentations on things like knowing the 10 signs of Alzheimer's and also the basics of the disease. So if you feel like that's something that would be worthwhile for maybe your service group or your church, etc., just let somebody know. We're wearing these Act on Alzheimer's buttons so you can find us. The next initiative for us was that we realized that there was a lot of Alzheimer's and dementia resources in the community, but sometimes the people that needed it most weren't made aware of those resources. So we put together a resource guide that we hope will be helpful for individuals, and it's really specific to our area. So that's awfully nice. And some of the things that you'll find in there are memory care facilities, medical equipment, transportation, and most importantly, there's even information in there about support groups that are available in the community as well. The next initiative for us was that we wanted to reduce the stigma and isolation that oftentimes goes along with this disease. And that brings me to our next set of events, which will be taking place this fall. And these are the community conversations. We really think it's important to be able to have conversations about Alzheimer's and other dementias in just relaxed, comfortable environments, and not just the doctor's office. So what we're doing is we have 4 different events. The first one is coming up September 21st at the Wow Zone, and it's actually about music therapy, so it's very fitting given the lovely amount of music that Team Louise provided for us today. And then we have a couple more scheduled in October, and our last one will be at Jake's Pizza this fall, talking about handling the holidays, because that can be a tough time. So if you want more information about that, we have postcards. I also wanted to mention a new partnership that has been formed recently. If you'll notice, there are an awful lot of Mavericks running around today. You'll see their t-shirts. I'm pleased to share that Minnesota State University nursing faculty is working in partnership with our local Act on Alzheimer's team to provide real-world learning experience for students while also addressing the needs of our community. So one group of students is actually interacting with community members and healthcare providers to gather more information on current healthcare practices in relation to Alzheimer's and dementia. And then there's another group of students that will take that information and analyze the data to find out what the strengths are for those community health assessments and also areas that could use a little bit of development. So I think there's, 60 people here from MSU today, so that's pretty awesome that we have such great support from our university. And lastly, I just want to say that I really hope that everybody here is as encouraged as I am about the progress that's being made in our community. It's so awesome to see so many people here today supporting this cause, and we definitely want to support anybody that's experiencing Alzheimer's and their family, and we're doing that in a really big way today. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Christine.